This conference will now be recorded.
Yeah, so good morning, guys. So in today's class, we are going to develop the list report application with local annotations. Okay, so annotations is a very powerful topic, but it's a little difficult to remember the annotations. It's not an easy job. Uh, so somehow with the local annotation, to write the local annotation, SAP has given a annotation modeler in your web IDE. So you using which writing annotations has been removed, and you can just using the annotation modeler, you just need to select the annotations and write. So first of all, we'll start with what is annotation, okay, and what is this list report application and how it looks, right? Okay, so basically the list report application purpose is you have a list of items and you want to search, okay, and you want to see the details. That's it. This is a list report application purpose. So this is only read purpose. It does not have any other any other purpose. It just have a read purpose. Read. It will just read the data. That's it. You don't perform any CRUD operation. Understand? And one more point, I told you about the CDS. CDS you use only if your requirement is read. It cannot be used for CRUD operation. CDS is a view. View means subset of data. So in CDS, you can just read the data. You cannot perform any of the CRUD operations. If you want to perform CRUD operation, you have to go to the ACGW project and implement your create entity, update entity like that only. Okay. So normally we use CDS, especially for list report application in the real time. Okay, only for read purpose. It cannot be used for any other purpose. Fine. So that also you need to understand. So this list report application client will use when he has a large volumes of data, and the main purpose is to search. Okay. So let's say I have some 20,000 employees. I want to search the employees basing on employee ID or employee name or designation or department or manager. Okay. And I want to see the result. So in the result, I got some 10 employees. And then when I click on the row, I want to see that employee details. Okay. So this is the exact, this is the exact requirement when the client will go for a list report application. Okay. So when you have large volumes of data and he just want to have some, search criteria, selection fields criteria, and he want to see the result. And when you click on the table, you want to go to the next page to see the details of that particular selected item. So kind of a ALV kind of thing. Okay, right. So the list report application output looks something like this. So initially, no, you will have the list. So this is also a kind of master detail kind of only, but not exactly master detail. First, so you will have some selection fields. Okay. So all these are your selection fields. As many as you want, you can add those many selection fields. And there will be a go button at the end. So this is your go button. Okay. So the user will be selecting whatever the employee ID, employee name, designation, whatever he want, and the moment he click on go, the results will be displayed in this particular table. Okay. So results will be displayed in this particular table. And in this table, you have a settings button automatically, so which comes automatically. And the moment you click this settings button, so it shows you, the columns, whatever you want to see, those only you can check. And if you uncheck them, so you can't able to see those columns. So just a general purpose settings, symbol, and you will get the results in this table. The moment you click on the row of a table, the execution will go to the next page where you can see the details of that particular record. So what we are going to do, we are going to do this completely by using our product example. So I will keep some selection criteria for the products here above, some selection criteria for the products like product ID, product name, product price, okay, like that. And this will be a product table. And when you click on the row, I will go to the next page where the basic details of product will be displayed, as well as the supplier details will also be displayed. Okay, so for this we need to write annotations. Okay, so what is what is annotation? Annotation is a like a command. So it gives more meaningful information for each and every field. So it acts as a command, and when you run your application, these annotations will automatically converted as your XML, so in XML, whatever the code that you write, so it automatically, generate that that entire code. You no need to write any code. It automatically generate that code. So it's really a very powerful concept. Okay, so let us start. So right click, new project from template. So now you have list report application, you can see here. Okay, click next. So project Oasis batch 44. What is this? List report RLR. Okay. So give the title same namespace. You can give com.oasis dot list report. Okay. Description also same. Click next. So again, select the service URL and select your system EHP7 direct and relative URL. And click on test. Yes, user 10. Okay, and you got it. So click next. Right, see, it is asking to add the annotation file. Actually, no, if you already have any annotation file, you can add directly from browsing. It is, browsing it from the local file. This option we use to, do once upon a time where there is no annotation modular, and you need to write those annotations in a annotation file locally and then upload. Okay, but now it is not needed. Just click next and finish your project first. So annotation collection, yes, product set, and OData navigation, yes, two suppliers, and there is no sub navigation, and this is not required. So flexible column layout, this is something when you click on that, it automatically, shrinking, right? You have seen in master detail. So in that fashion, if you want, so you can use. So nowadays, there's a new option. Let me show you. And then click next and finish. So now the template selection is over. Now it's time to start writing your annotations. So I will write a little bit of annotations and show you the output, and then again I will add a few annotations and I will show you the output. Okay, so that you will also understand the concept. So the same annotations you write in the backend. Okay, when you go for a CDS based application. Okay, so here first on the web app folder, right click, new folder, and you need to give the name as annotations. Click OK, and again right click, new, and there is an option annotation file. Okay, so select annotation file, and file name, if you don't like this name, you can keep your own name, but normally we leave it default, and just click next and finish. So under this file, so you have annotations.xml, open this, right? So this is called annotation modular. This annotation.xml automatically opens in a annotation.modular. So once upon a time, we don't have annotation modular. So at that time, it is very, 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 very difficult to write the annotations. But now, luckily, you have annotation modular, and so you no need to go through that much difficulty. So you just you don't write any code here. You just select the annotations. That's it. But if you are working with CDS in the backend, okay, so there is no annotation modular over there. You need to type the annotations just like the document I have shown you. See, these are the annotations which you need to type. Okay, but so with the local annotations, SAP has improved with this low annotation modular has been given, and it just a selection. That's it. Okay, right. So first, I want to work on the first page, that is the products selection and the products table. So I need to write the annotations on the product entity, not on the supplier entity. So minimize this and select your target and select products. Click OK. Now you can see two entities, products and suppliers. Now open products. So here local annotations, you need to click plus and add your annotations. Okay. So click on plus. So first we will write the annotations for the table. Okay, this particular table, right? So for this particular table, the annotation is, remember, I will just keep this in a notepad. Annotation for the table. So whenever you want to display a table, the annotation name is line item. Line item. Okay, so line item, don't think like it's a products and supplier line item. No, not that concept. Okay, table is called as line item in annotation words. Okay, in an annotation terminology. So I need to add a annotation called line item. Okay, add it, click OK. Now under this line item, for whatever the columns you want to construct in this table, like product ID, product name, description, price, whatever, so you need to add those many. So click on plus and you need to select data field as an annotation. Click OK. And for this data field, you also need to add a label. Okay, select label. So label gives you the table column name. Okay, so this value gives you the value for that particular column. Okay, so I need to select product ID and label as string, and you can hard code directly. Okay, product ID. Okay, so let me add and one more thing. So you need to add a importance, actually importance, and you need to give this as high, then only it will display as a column. If you give importance low, or if you don't write this annotation at all, it won't appear in the table. So with this you have completed one column of the table. So column value, column name, and its importance. So let us add three columns. So data field, again I want product name and its label, string, and label I want product name and its importance. Importance is high. So now two columns are over. So again I am adding another data field. So value, let's go with the description and take the label, string. So this is description, and add the importance again, plus, and search for a importance annotation. Click OK and high. So now I have added three table columns. So first I define my table by using UI.lineItem annotation and define three columns. Now let us save this. run this application. So at this moment, only this part is developed. Okay, this part will be ready for you. And then we will work on these annotations. Okay, see, conceptually both are same, guys. Okay, so if you observe your backend annotations, you are also doing the same line item. See, at the rate line item, and you are telling the label. Okay, and the field. See, this is the field. Okay, so same concept you are replicating here. Actually, the local annotation concept came first, and then the backend annotation concept came in the last 2 years. So now you can able to see all the products. See, you already got it. Okay, have you written any code? You have not written any code. So without writing the code, you got it. Okay, and now when you click on this, it will shrink. Okay, but as of now, there is no functionality here. Okay, so that it will not show. Fine. Now let us work on the selection field. Right. So to use the selection fields, so again, you need to write the annotations.
You have added 3 columns, right?
I think sorry, I run other project once again. Where is our project? Yeah, sorry, I need to run this one. Yeah, correct. Actually, the output looks similar, so
చెప్పు. ఎక్కాము, ట్రైన్లోనే ఉన్నా, ఇంకా కదల్లా.
So this is our application, as is batch 44 list report application. So it's asking the username, password. Right. Okay, so let me click on go. Why they are not shown?
No worries, one. You added the annotation in the WL project.
Is it?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my God. Okay, right. So by mistake, I have written entire thing here, I guess, which should not be done. Let me copy this and I need to paste it here. But actually, this does not work. You need to create it from the scratch. Okay, so let me do one thing, new. And that's a good observation. Thanks, you. Thank you. Annotations. Okay. Right click, new annotation file. Click next, finish. Right, we got it. Okay, by mistake I have written all this here instead of writing it here. Okay, so I'll quickly add the annotations for batch 44 again. Okay, click plus. So first line item annotation. So I'll do it fast this time. So data field. Okay, let me add one by one. Product ID, label, product ID. Data field is over, then importance should be high. So one data field is over. Second data field, property, product name, label, string, product name. Okay, and then importance, click OK, and then high, so 2 are over, click plus, data field, properties, product description plus label, string, description description, and importance, click OK. This is high. Okay, so table with 3 columns is ready. Now let us save all and run this application. Okay, so now just click on go. You should get all the data. Okay, so this is your list report application, how it looks. Right, so now we are working on the selection fields. So let's work on selection fields. So for selection fields, you need to write another annotation. Okay, click on plus, and the annotation name itself is selection fields. Click OK, and keep on adding whatever the selection fields you want. Okay, so just click on item, click OK, and I want product ID, so I have a filter on product ID, and add another. Once again, I think I can write selection field product ID. Okay, so now add another item, so I want product name filter, add another, for example, product price filter. Okay, so 3 selection fields I have added. Now save this. Now, so here we get a twist. So let me refresh this application. Okay, so you got this, and so if you don't want to filter, click go. So all of them will come at a time, and if you want to filter by using product ID or product name or product price, so yes, you can just use it, and you can do, for example, I'm just using product 0001. Okay, so click go. So it already, you got it. Okay, so it's select, cancel this, click go. So you got it, right? And product name, so I can also you have the option like contains, all that stuff. Product name contains, so for example LA. Okay, so just click on go, so you'll get laptop. Actually, see, you got laptop. Okay, so like this all the selection fields will work. Okay, does it, similarly product price, for example, I want the product price equal to, between, greater than. So all these options are there. So for example, greater than 10,000. Okay, so click OK. So it's greater than 10,000. So you got two products. Okay, so all these selection fields will work. Right, so this is basically your selection fields, and this is the first page altogether. Now, when you click on any row, this has to go to the next page, right? So in the next page, it has to display my product basic details as well as the supplier details. Okay, so this is called list report application. List means this page is called list page, list of items where you can search. Report means when you click on any item, it will go to the next page and there it will display. Okay, all right. So in the next page, what do you want to show? In the next page, I want to show it something like this. So I want to show some basic details of the product that you have selected, like product ID, okay, product name, product description. This I want to show. Okay, and then I want to show the line item of this particular product, which are nothing but suppliers. So I want to show the supplier details like supplier ID, supplier name, supplier description. So what are the annotations we need to use here? So for this table, we need to again use line item annotation, but this line item annotation has to be used on supplier entity. Okay, because it's a supplier table, so supplier entity. And these are, for to show it like a object header, this is called object header. Okay, header fields. So here we need to use the annotation called identification. Okay, identification. And to show these two combinedly, okay, so to show these two combinedly on click of the row from this particular table, so you will be using another uh, annotation called facet. Okay, so that I will show you. So first let us start and develop this here. So first I need to add the annotations for the header, object header, and these, if you observe, these are product ID, product name, description. So this has to be written on product entity. So this is my product entity. So let me write identification. So the annotation name is identification. This is for object header. Okay. So click OK. Under this identification, you can add as many data fields as you want. So I want to show product ID in the header and give the label also. Product ID. So you have given one field successfully, and you also need to add the importance. Same like your table column name, you need to add importance should be high. So one field I added in the object header. So I want to add totally 3. Product name, label. So product name, importance you add, importance high, right? So if you want to add one more, so again go to the identification, click on plus, data field, add the product description, add the label, ESCRIPTIM description, and then importance. So importance is also very important, guys. If you don't write importance, it won't visible. High. Okay, so now I have added object header, right? Now you need to add, so for object header you have written the annotations, but you need to add line item annotation for the supplier table. So go to the, minimize this one for some time. You need to go to the, you need to select another entity called supplier. So select target and select supplier entity and expand this, start writing annotations, line item annotation. Click OK. Again click plus, data field. So I want to display all the 4 columns: supplier ID, label, path, string, CPPLI here, supplier ID, and importance field. Okay, so one column is over. Now again, data field, supplier name, and give the label as supplier name, and again one second, yeah, supplier name, and then importance. Importance should be high. Okay, now I need to add one more. I will add the last supplier location. I will add. Okay, data field is over, then label, sorry, let's label, just give location and add its importance. And give high. Okay, so you have added all the annotations, but you are ready with this object header and you are ready with this line items, but still the output will not come because you need to tell when you want to see this. Okay, one second, there is something wrong in one of the annotation. Okay, so I have not given high here, right? So it will show error if you have not selected anything. Yeah, so let me refresh the application and show you so what need to be done. So the annotations are ready, your object header annotations are ready, and the table annotations are ready, but these two, when it has to appear when you click the row, from product table. Okay, so that linkage has not been done, so that's the reason it will not work. So for example, let me click on go. Now click this. So it is loading the second page, but no details. Okay, so let's work on this one. Yeah, so how to link your supplier, how to link when you click on this row, you need to go to the second page, which is having object header as well as line items. So for that, you need to go to the product entity, and here you need to add something called facet. So what the facet will do, face means your visible thing is called face. Okay, so in our body, what people see, face, right? So here you need to create a face combiningly on with these two. So you need to create a face. The face should contain object header, the face should contain this line item table both. So combiningly both, you need to create a face. Okay, then only it will work. So now I am creating such face and reference facet. Now I need to see my face. I have my face, I created a face, and this face should refer two things. One is object header, another one is line item. Okay, so first reference is to identification. Okay, identification means object header. Okay, I added one face, one reference I have added. To my face, I also need to add another reference. And what is the reference I need to add? I need to add the line item table, a line item table annotation. But line item, you can't get it here. Okay, which line item? Supplier's line item. So that, why? Because supplier is another entity. So you need to go to navigation here, select two suppliers, click OK, and now you will get supplier line item here. Okay, the previous line item you have seen, that is your products table line item. No, you need to have which line item? Supplier's line item. So you need to select it from First, you need to go here and select to supplier navigation property, and then you need to go here and select line item. Okay, that's it. Now your face is ready. Okay, so save this. Simple thing is what we have done, we just created a face, and in the face we have given reference for the object header and this line item. Okay, so now you will get it. So that's it. This is your list report application with local annotations. The same annotations can be written in the backend. Okay, so if you see this particular code, so you can also see line item identification, right? The same annotation we have used, line item identification. Okay, like that. So click go. Now I am clicking on product ID 1.